Welcome back to the introduction to the responsive design. In this video, we're going to cover the sections called titles and logo. I'll begin by clicking on titles and opening up this particular section. I'll scroll down so that we can see. The group title is the name of your site. This is the name of your high school in general. For sites that are not high school sites, this would be the name that you want to appear in the header at the top of the page. So in my case, I have Pioneer High School, and I'm going to just scroll back up to the top, and you'll see that that is reflected in the upper left-hand corner. So in this title section, we have the ability to control the color of the font as well as the font face. Out to the right here, you have a color picker, which is the same as what we've covered previously in other videos. And you can easily select the color of the font just by clicking and dragging. I'm just going to leave that at white. And then we also have this label called Title Font. The Title Font drop-down is pre-populated with a selection of Google fonts. And we will eventually be adding the ability to pick and choose and install other fonts that are available in the Google library. For now, this is what we have, and I'm going to go ahead and just select a different font here so you can see how easy it is to just take a look at and select a new font option. I'm going to set mine back to Lato. And one thing that you may notice is missing here is the font size. Now, we don't have a font size setting for a reason. Because the responsive design has been built to flex and change dependent on the environment in which it's being viewed, so depending on if it's on a laptop or a tablet or a mobile device, we've made many of the elements on this site automatically flex in size. So in this instance, when I shrink the screen down, you're going to see that the font size for that header is automatically changing. Some sites may have a longer name that goes in the group title location. So let me just change this. I'm going to make this of Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm going to save these changes. And now, let me just do a quick refresh. Now you'll see how it displays on the screen once it has scaled. And when I bring this back in, you'll see it scale down to fit. Now, when I get to the size for a mobile page, you'll see that it actually wraps as well. So hence the reason why we don't have a control in there to change the size of that font. Again, it's automatically scaling dependent on the environment in which it's being viewed. Let's open titles back up and take a look. The second section within the titles area is called the group subtitle. The group subtitle is where the class of information would typically reside. So in this case, I've got class of 1985 here. And it's displayed in a slightly smaller sized class font here, just below the main group title in this section. All the same other controls are in place for changing the color as well as the subtitle font down below. So that takes care of the title section. Now let's move into the logo section. Let me begin by clicking on the Select File button to select an image. I'm going to choose my original logo here, and this is a GIF image, and it has a solid white background. So let me just go ahead and open this up so we can take a look at the result. As you can see, there is a white cutout background up here that I really don't like. I want to change that. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to select another file. And this time I'm going to choose this logo image, which is a PNG or PNG file. And this PNG has this area of the white on the outside of the wagon is actually transparent. So let me open this up so you can see what that looks like. And now you'll see that it actually flows through. You can see through the rest of that image back to the background of the header. Now down below the logo image section, we have what's called logo background. And I'm going to click on show logo background here. And let me just move back up for just a second, and you'll see that suddenly it looks like it's white behind that image again. Well, once again, that image has that transparent property to it that allows for you to see through to a background color. So if I wanted to change the color of this, I could. Let me just change this for the moment to about that orange color, and you'll see how that reacts. Now, you also have some additional controls here: padding, border color, border size, and border radius. I'm going to change a couple of these at once. First, I'm gonna go ahead and change the padding. The padding is actually going to make the image appear to be a little smaller. So you'll see how that shrunk down just a little bit. And right now I've got a border color of white. And let's just make the border size, I don't know, 4. And you'll now see a stroke around that image. Actually looks halfway decent. Well, let me move back down again, and let's change the border radius. Now, what this does is it actually will curve the edges of that box. And now you can see how it's adding a nice curve to the corners. And if I wanted that actually to be round, I can move this all the way up to the maximum setting. And now I have a round logo. So as you can see, there's quite a few options for how to display your logo on the page. And once again, this was all really possible due to the fact that this was a transparent PNG in terms of being able to see through to the background color. Had that just been the original image, which I can show you real quick, just remove this, select file, and go back to the original. Now you can see how that has kind of an undesirable effect. So my recommendation, if you can, is to either use a solid image up there or to have a transparent PNG available for you to use as your main logo. So that wraps up the video for the titles and logo. In my next video, I will cover the top navigation and left navigation. Thank you.